Well, hi guys. It is the 28th of February. It's a decent enough day. It's warm enough. I'm going to start doing a little work on the truck. And first thing I am going to do is pull this fender and door back off. So, I got to get the Wayback Machine out and start to remember where everything is so I can take this apart. There's two here, this and this. There's one or two, one here, one down on the bottom. And let's take the fender off first and undo the door. I have two brand new fenders sitting here for the truck. They're going to go on it. This one we're going to save it. There may be something else coming. I don't know. What is this? 10,000 GBW, 4474. 4,474 pound. Okay. It's funny, this truck, the GBW is 10,000. The yellow truck is a 11,000. Ah, lock the door. Oh. Oh. Yes. It's funny. It's 11,000 GBW. This has a 3565 front GBW, and the back is 8250, and is a cab and chassis model. Other one's got a pickup frame. This has the cab and chassis narrowed frame. It's only like 34-inch frame rails, whereas the other has the pickup frame and it's got a wider. Hello, Laz. Plan is get this blue one done. This comes into the shop next. Because this is going to be a total tear down and rebuild of the truck. The bed will come off and get new fenders, new support. It'll get a lot of new parts, new stuff put in it, because this truck I bought brand new and I really want to see how many more miles I can get out of it. I will have to get windshield out of that red truck because this one's coming apart. Delaminating, so that's going to have to be replaced. And the bed, the sheeting will be replaced because it's using old too good. So project at hand. Get a bed taken, or fender and door off. I might, yeah, I think I will. Get some air tools for this. It's a lot quicker when you're doing it by yourself. So I'll be right back, so hang on. Well, this is a nice turn of events. I am missing an entire set of metric sockets that I truly need to do this job with. It's a wonderful thing when you're, well, I don't have multiple sets of tools, multiple sets of wrenches, sockets, you know. Yeah, I'm kind of ticked off right now. I literally have an entire set of metric deep wells that I bought specifically. If I got to have metric wrenches, sockets, bought deep wells, so you've got that ability to go whatever. The whole daggone thing case is gone. I'm really hoping they are at the house and my son's got them. Otherwise, I'm going to be ticked off because somebody swiped them. Aggravating. Very aggravating. Let me see what I can figure out. I'll be back. Okay. Fender is off. Door is off. Hallelujah. Yeah. It's a good thing I painted this with the way I did, because it's going to be easy to touch up. Or I can repaint the whole thing. This is a door that goes on passenger side, obviously. I bought this pair of doors a year or so ago. Driver's door is pretty good. Got one little ding right there. It's no big deal. Everything else is good. This one, however, they had hit the mirror on something and really dorked this up. And I'm in the attempt to fix it. Now, it's not going to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination. They're good, solid doors, don't get me wrong. I mean, as far as rest goes, they are good. They're clean. Bottom sides are good. It's just this area was really whacked. And there's been welding here, down the sides, down in there, along this, here. It was pretty messed up. And it was dented. But I pretty much got that taken care of. Be right back. Okay, we're back to it. That was the hunters coming down. They're going to take a few tree stands down. I asked them to, because the trees they're in may be coming out. Yeah. The door is good and solid. The holes here got ripped out. So my uncle welded a washer in it. So a little body work, little bondo right there and there. And I've done my best with putting a bar behind the door to get some of this drawn back out and back into shape. Now the dummies did drill a hole through it right there, which crushed the inside in, and it's going to be hard to get that pulled back out to give it more strength. You can kind of see got a little wave action going. Like I say, oh, there's my wrench. Okay. It's a good solid door. Had a crack down here. This isn't a normal spot. These doors are thin. This metal is. And they're prone to cracking. It's been welded up. And like I say, here, all that's welded. I just have to try to work this, and I got to find another door and get the width here, so I can get this brought back in where it needs to be. Or maybe it's the inside, I don't know. But I'm starting to get back at this, starting to warm up to where you can do something. It's not body work time, but it is time to get back. I'm going to go over the engine. I've got pretty much everything done, but I want to go over it. I've got new hoses for the upper, well, all the hoses are getting replaced. And I want to go over a few things, go over it, make sure before I start bolting stuff back up that everything's right. And now it's going to be easier to do this in this loom someplace. Right there it is. See this little white? I've got to split that back and tie into that, because that comes to this. So I've got to have that fixed. So that might be tricky, to say the least. AC stuff is in the cab, and I can get a new compressor for this truck, for this engine. I have one sitting over here. However, it does not have the right pulley on it. And I don't have the plug in the wiring harness for it. I don't think. No, that's not it. I may have to separate some wires back and look in there and see if it's there. But it's time to knuckle down, get the engine done, and get everything done with it. Everything hooked back up. Both battery boxes installed. Get the radiator put in it. Which is, I got to do some work to it. Get all this kind of stuff done before I start hanging fenders and doors and hood, because it's literally going to be get the doors put on and set to the body. Then you put the fenders on and adjust them to fit the doors. And the hood is kind of, it's going to have to be played with. That's all there is to it. And before I can put fenders and hood on, well, I don't remember. I got to get that cowl cleaned up, painted, put it on before I get the fenders and all that. It's got to go on before the hood does, for sure. A lot of cleaning up to do too. Yeah, but I'm getting started on it. And I'm trying to remember everything I've done already, what needs to be done, what needs to be looked at. You know, I put a new water pump on it a couple of years ago. Remember what that is. I've got new power steering lines run. They're all hooked up. Everything's there. So I literally just have to go over this engine again. It's been about 4 years since I took this apart. And it's got to get put back together again. That's all there is to it. I need the truck running. I need it back on the road. It may get replaced afterwards. I don't know. I am done with the whole diesel thing. I mean, it just does not interest me anymore. There's no advantage to owning a diesel like this pickup. There's just no advantage to it now. You know, with fuel 50 cents a gallon higher and 3.5, 4 gallon of oil for an oil change, a $15, $20 filter, you know, your oil changes are getting ridiculous. So, I'd just soon have a gas. Plain, pure, and simple. If I could find me a 78 Chevy with a 454 in it, in a 1-ton truck, I'd be tickled to death. But that's going to be hard to find. So, I'm keeping my eyes open, and I'm looking to see what pops up. But in the meantime, I've started on this and again. And it is going to get put back together. And it is going to be on the road this summer. Because I need the truck. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of guessing to do this, because truly, I honestly do not remember every nut and bolt anymore. How everything went back together. So it might get a little tricky. You know? I got to remember where stuff hooks up. One thing is right there. I don't remember this. Where it hooked up. So there's a bit of trial and error here. You know, it is what it is. So, guys, I'm going to call it right here. I did what I wanted to. I got the door off. I got the fender off. I'm starting to refresh my memory on the truck. That's not good to see. Where'd that come from? Yeah. Always fun. So, I'm going to call it right here. And I'm going to go home and go through some old videos when I started taking this thing apart. So I can kind of refresh my memory a little bit. And go from there. You see, the cab that was on this truck did not have air. This cab has air. And I've got this line that I really don't know what it's for. So I'm going to have to dig into this and find out if that hooks to the engine where it gets hooked to on a 7.3. Could be interesting. Okay, guys. We'll see you next time. And as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Yeah. I'm going to be doing a lot of head scratching and lots of looking through the old videos now. We'll see you next time.